Hey friends, welcome to Gents Scents. Hope that you're doing well. Ash here. So today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going through some of the best-selling fragrances on Fragrance X. And I'm going to be telling you guys whether or not I think these fragrances are worth it at the discounted price or not. And maybe I'll throw in some hidden gems of wisdom, but probably not. So let's jump into it and let's check these fragrances out. So why Fragrance X? Well, because it's one of the biggest discounters in the US and also because I'm being kind of lazy. Let me explain. FragranceNet, if you go to that website, they don't list the pricing of each one of the fragrances before you click into it. Fragrance X they do. Or at least they say as low as. So it gives me an idea of what to expect. So if you want to follow along at home, I have gone to fragrancex.com. Men's cologne, and we just have it ordered by best sellers or most popular. Now, one thing that you'll notice if you frequent these websites is oftentimes the top sellers, they don't really change, they don't really move. So I have my doubts. I'm like, hey guys, is this legit, or did you just order it this way and you keep it that way? Now, I'm not going to go like 1 through 10. I'm going to pick and choose to keep it a little more interesting. We begin with the number 1 most popular fragrance, Versace Eros. Can't skip the number 1. You have to check that out. Now, Fragrance X, they always have 15% off. So the price that you see when you click into something, that's the price you're going to pay once you tack on their 15% off code. And one thing that you notice when you click into Versace Eros is that they have both the Eau de Toilette and the Eau de Parfum underneath the same listing, whereas Eros Flame is separate. Okay, let's just look at the 50 ml bottle size. That's like your personal bottle size. A lot of people pick that. Other people love to go with the 100 ml because it's fatter. It's got a little more girth, a little bit bigger in your hand. A lot of guys seem to like that. So 50 mils for the Eau de Toilette, $44.26. The Eau de Parfum, $53.54 as of this video. Now, the 100 ml bottle sizes are pretty much always gonna give you a better bang for your buck, but I don't care. We're looking at 50 mils. Versace Eros Eau de Toilette, $44.26. Is it worth it? Yeah, I think so. And I'd say the Eau de Parfum at $53.54 is the one I would personally go for. I actually like the Eau de Parfum a little bit more than the Eau de Toilette nowadays, though the EDT, a lot of people will prefer, they've got attachments to it. In case you're unaware of Eros for any reason, it is a sweet fragrance, more of a night out fragrance, clubbing, attention grabbing, compliment pulling, stuff like that, but it has enough versatility to be used in the office as well. So both of those, thumbs up. You want to buy those at that price? It's good. I will say if you look more, you can probably find it for a little bit less. Before we go any further, a shout out to the Beast Mode Gents for supporting me and supporting the channel. If you're interested in joining the membership program that I've set up, hit that little join button below. It's like somewhere down here. There are a bunch of different perks, including watching the videos early before they go live to everybody else, exclusive videos, exclusive giveaways, emotes, badges, and random polls, and me posting stuff and giving away all kinds of stuff, man, just crazy stuff. Giving away a Eau de Parfum bottle right now, giving away some unreleased fragrances, just all kinds of stuff. So again, shout out to the Beast Mode Gents, the versatile gents, and the most complimented gents, all of you guys. Thanks. Okay, next up, Dolce & Gabbana's The One. The One. Yeah, that one. Eau de Toilette 50 ml bottle size, $31.41, or the 100 ml is $51.40. The Eau de Parfum, they only have a 100 ml bottle size, $67.99. Whew. So, I love The One. Both the EDT and the EDP. This one though, I think even more so than Versace Eros, the Eau de Parfum is an improvement. A pretty substantial one. Now, I still love the Eau de Toilette, but I would go for the Eau de Parfum. $68, it's kind of a rough price for me, actually, for the Eau de Parfum. I think on Fragrance Net, you can probably get it sub $60. And I think that would be my cutoff, you know, under 60 is good. And the Eau de Toilette is pretty much, it's right there at my cutoff for that one. So I guess with those, I would say yes, pick it up at that price. I mean, it's a substantial discount from retail, but go with the Eau de Parfum. Next up, Jean-Paul Gaultier L'Homme, the bottle that is well known for being decapitated, having no arms, but still having his codpiece. So this one, as of this video, again, there's a 0.24 ounce mini for $14. That doesn't matter. That, you know, who cares about that? They've got a few Christmas editions. And I gotta say, the 2020 Christmas edition is kind of cool. And interestingly enough, the normal 4.2 ounce bottle here is $74.96, 75 bones. Dang. The collector's edition, which is the same fragrance, just with a snow globe box and red coloration, that one's $64.25, so a little bit less. So what do I have to say here? Ha! No, L'Homme is not worth $75 at discounters. Do not buy that. That is not a good price. Yes, the fragrance is mega popular. Yes, the fragrance has been out since the mid 90s and you know, everybody wears it or has worn it at some point, but I don't care. That price, no. You can get so much better stuff for that. And for me, the original L'Homme is not a fragrance that I would wear anymore. I would wear L'Homme Le Parfum. I would wear some of the, you know, annual flankers that they come out with, like the Eau Fraiches of the world or Ultramall or something. But L'Homme, the original, $75, no. Yes, it's a 4.2 ounce bottle, which is bigger than the bottles we were talking about with previous fragrances, but I still don't care, no. And would I pay $65 for the fragrance? No. If I wanted that cool red bottle, sure, otherwise, no. Next up, Choo Man. Yeah, that's one of the most popular ones here, interestingly enough, just the original Choo Man. 1 ounce bottle for $22.13, 1.7 ounce, which is 50 mils for $32.84, or a 3.3 ounce 100 mil for $49.97. So with this one, you're getting a fragrance that gives you kind of that blue fragrance feel, right? That versatility, that wearability. I think that at that price, I personally would pass because there are so many fragrances that do what Choo Man does. And some of them I feel like you can get for less. I feel like Coach for Men is less. Or if it's not less, it's pretty close. And I would go for the Coach over the Jimmy Choo personally. I would also go for something like Dylan Blue from Versace. If you can afford it, Bleu de Chanel, way better. Next up, Moschino, how do you like that? That's annoying. Toy Boy. This one's a little bit divisive. It's fairly unisex, very floral. Some people dig it, some people love it. Just mind blown with this one. Other people smell it and they give it one of these. No, sorry, I only wear manly fragrances. I'm not wearing that teddy bear fragrance. So let's check the pricing on this. We've got 1 ounce for $42.49. No thank you, ma'am. 3.4 ounce for $59.97. And a 1.7 ounce for $33.15. Their pricing makes no sense. Look, I'm gonna give you the 1 ounce for $42, but because you're a good customer, the 1.7, I'll give it to you for $33. We're making deals here. So yeah, the 1.7 at $33, I would take that. I think that's a pretty nice price. I'm not sure that you're gonna find much of a better price than that. Maybe you can, but I think $33.15 is a banging price for that fragrance. $59.97 for a 100 mil. That's about in line. $60, $60. That's what I would be looking for. Tester is $4 less. Who cares? Star of the show here is the 1.7 ounce bottle for $33.15. That's a great price. The 100 mil size bottle is less in terms of price per milliliter, but I am never gonna go through a 50 mil size bottle. So for me, that would be the one. And for the record, I like Toy Boy. I think it's pretty sick. Next up, we have Mustache. Now with this, they have the Eau de Toilette and the Eau de Parfum on the same listing. And in case you're unaware, those fragrances don't smell alike. The Eau de Parfum is super different from the Eau de Toilette. They are totally two separate fragrances. This is not one of those situations where the Eau de Parfum is just a slightly deeper version of the Eau de Toilette. No, sir. And the pricing looks like it's gone up on these. I could be misremembering, but I feel like the pricing has gone up here because the Eau de Toilette, the 2.5 ounce is $29.27, and a 4.1 ounce, that's what it says on their website, is $43.55. Now that's not, super expensive or anything like that, but in the past, I'm quite certain that these prices were a little bit less for the Eau de Toilette. The Eau de Parfum is more expensive. The 4.2 ounce is $67.99, and the 2.5 is $44.80. Now, between the two fragrances, the Eau de Parfum has gotten the most hype. It smells a little bit like Yves Saint Laurent's Tuxedo, so it's a more affordable take on that fragrance. You could think of it that way. The Eau de Toilette is more in line with something like Dior Eau Sauvage Eau de Toilette, so it's more of a throwback to gentlemanly fragrances of yore. So one is like this, sharp, citrusy, grown up, very mature, old school fragrance, and the other is this deep, rich, and sweet resinous scent. And they both smell great, just in their own way. So with this, I begin to have a bit of an issue because I know the pricing is higher than what it used to be. So it's one of those things where you bought something at one time for a price and you're like, that's a good price. You go back a little bit later and the price is way up and you go, I don't know if I want to pay that because I got it for less before. So why would I pay more for it now? I'm actually going to try to take a look and see if I have like an old email with the pricing of what I paid before, just to see if I'm insane or not. So I looked up my old orders for the mustache fragrances and I paid a little bit less, but honestly not that much less. So yeah, would I pick these fragrances up at these prices? Both of them? Yeah, I love them both. Next up, the Gooch. Yeah, Gucci guilty. Just the original Gooch. So this one, a 1.7 ounce, $67.99. Ooh, that's a pricey Gooch. And the 3 ounce, $91.38. The 5 ounce, $114.95. I hit puberty again. I know that people in the fragrance community, the hardcore aficionados, they're not a big fan of Gucci Guilty usually because it's simple, easy to wear. It's made for compliments, man. Wear it wherever you want. People gonna like it. And that is evidenced by the reviews on FragranceX. 141 reviews, 4.8 stars out of 5. Now, there's another fragrance that is right near Gucci Guilty on FragranceX, and that fragrance is called Dior Fahrenheit. Now, this one, it does have more reviews, 274, but it's 4.7 out of 5 stars. 1/10 of 1 star worse. And here's the interesting thing with this as well. Gucci is typically thought of as a fragrance house that is below Dior. So on the hierarchy of designer fragrances, you've got Chanel and Dior, and then maybe right underneath that, like Yves Saint Laurent, Giorgio Armani, stuff like that. Gucci is a step further below that in most people's books. Now, I'm not saying Gucci is total trash at all, but I would say the fragrances from Gucci that I love the most, the ones that just, melt my brain and have it dripping out my nose. That doesn't sound positive, but the fragrances that do that, Gucci killed those a long time ago. Gucci Rush, Gucci Envy, Gucci, absolute chat. Gucci Pour Homme, both the first and the second one. So what does all this mean? Ultimately, absolutely nothing. I'm just rambling. But Gucci is typically thought of as below Dior. So it's interesting to see a 50 ml of Gucci Guilty, which is not the newest one in the line or anything. It's the one that started the line, is actually more expensive than Dior Fahrenheit. Now, technically, if you want to be technical and be that guy, the 200 milliliter bottle of Fahrenheit is 132, but the largest size bottle of Gucci Guilty, which is almost 115, is only 150 mils. So it's not exactly apples to apples, and overall, I will say that the Gucci is still more expensive. So what does all that mean? It means, hell no, I wouldn't buy the Gucci Guilty at that price. What are you smoking? You're gonna pay that much, just go buy it from retail. I will say also, if you really love a fragrance or a brand and you wanna support them, the best thing to do is just buy it at retail. I know that's not what most people wanna hear, but that's the best thing to do. Buying it at discounters, not really supporting the brand that much. Not that I support brands all the time. I buy from discounters all the time, so I can't lecture you. I'm gonna do one more and then we'll call it a video. Maybe we'll do another one of these in the future from a different store, different fragrances. Let's hit this big bad boy right here. YSL L'Homme. Just the original L'Homme. 2 ounce, 59.40, 3.4 ounce, 85.67. 6.7 ounce, 112.84. Or you can get a super sick, out of control, mind-blowing gift set, which comes with a 3.4 ounce spray and shower gel, and it's the same price as the normal 3.4 ounce. So basically you get some shower gel, but a 3.4 ounce shower gel is gonna be like that big. Don't expect it to last. So YSL L'Homme, $86 nearly for a 3.4 ounce bottle. That's gotta be fairly close to retail. Yeah, 100 ml bottle size, $95. That is retail. So you're saving about $10. The 2 ounce, you are saving about $16. So I guess with this one, ultimately, it's just, are you gonna buy L'Homme? If the answer is yes, then sure, I guess a discounter. For me, I think I would pass. Yeah, it's a really nice fragrance. It helped set off ginger and citrus in men's fragrances with the top that this one has. It really helped kick that off, and now you see it everywhere. So it's a very important fragrance. It does smell really nice. I just think at that price, I could probably pick up a couple things that would make me happier. All right, let me do one last one here. I was not gonna do this, but Dior Homme Intense. Oh man. Okay, 3.4 ounce, 126.37, 1.7 ounce, 92.44. Both of those are new packaging, it says, 2020. Then they have a 5 ounce, which appears to be the old packaging, and that is 174.92. That hurts my soul. So on this one and this one only, I'm gonna check the pricing on Fragrance Net also. So Fragrance Net looks like roughly with a 35% off coupon for a 100 mil, looking at about 115. So a little bit less. And then the 50 mil, looking at 78-ish. So I'll say the Fragrance Net price is easier to swallow, and I would absolutely pick it up for that price. Now, the older 5 ounce bottles, they have that on Fragrance Net and Fragrance X. Those are gonna command more of a premium, obviously. 5 ounces, I'm never gonna use that much. And the new packaging of Dior Homme Intense is pretty close in terms of scent profile. I mean, it is like super close, not pretty close, super close to the old packaging. Nobody's gonna tell the difference. In the air, like people smelling it off you, no one will be able to tell the difference. So I would probably go Fragrance Net, and I would go 50 mil. So there we go, guys. A bit of window shopping, and my opinion on whether I would pick these up or not if I didn't have them already. Like I said, we'll do this again sometime in the future. We'll switch things up. Maybe we'll just check out some crazy reviews from you guys. Actually, let me send out a call for help. If you've seen any insane reviews, on Fragrantica, Base Notes, Fragrance X, doesn't matter. If you've seen them, send them to me. We're gonna read them together. Email address is in the description. All right, that's gonna do it for me. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for your support. Stay safe out there. I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.